Hi everyone, this is Vicky StitchNButton, and I have a show for you today. I like my glasses. It's a little going away present, actually arriving present. It's a getting together at Stitch West present that I gave everyone. So we all had glasses, different shapes. I hope you have something to drink, maybe a snack, put your feet up. If not, pause me. Go do that. I have a stack of stitching. I have some stitchy kindness that I got in the mail. I have some haul. I have some stitchy kindness from Stitch West. I have a giveaway winner. And then I have 2 charts for giveaway at the end. And what else? I got a lot. A lot's been going on over the past couple of weeks. As you know, I went to Stitch West. I said I was going. I had an absolute wonderful time. Tiring, but a good time. I did more activities. I moved my big butt a lot more in the past weekend than I have in forever. I was sore. I was exhausted. I was up in the morning, guys, and that doesn't happen for me. But, itchy nose. It's all worth it. So, let's get into, I don't even know. Oh, this is my 92nd Flosstube, and today's date is October 20th. It's a Wednesday night, so there's that. It's going to be a hot mess. Fasten your seatbelts. Let's get into the stitching first, okay? I did not have any finishes. I had one start, which I didn't start when I intended to, because everything changes, right? Alright. One start, I started this after I got back home. I had intended to, it's 2 little cards. The Prairie Schooler cards. And I pulled out a piece of fabric. It's a piece of leftover 35 count witch's brew from Dames of the Needle. And I'm going to be writing notes because I'll forget. I'm going to have a whole bunch in my description box. I kitted this up to start it on the plane because it would be easy, stitch in hand, a cute little something. That didn't even happen. My flight, I guess I could smatter the Stitch West story in between. So, I went to leave on Thursday. They changed my flight. I was not happy with the way they changed my flight. I originally had Fort Lauderdale to Salt Lake, no stops. They changed it to 1 stop in Atlanta and a 40-minute layover. There was a big mess when I got there to check in because it wouldn't let me check in on the app. And they had to reissue the ticket by a special number that they had to call who, first of all, I stood there for an hour before they even opened up the counter. So I was there 2 hours ahead of time. An hour after I was there, they finally came out and started taking people. I was fortunate to be only 5th in line. But then it took another half hour for them to reissue my ticket so I could get on the plane. They ended up calling the plane and letting them know that I may be late and to hold the plane for me. Yeah, it was a hell of a morning. I made it fine. I got to Atlanta. No sooner I get to Atlanta, they were boarding that plane, so I didn't even really have a big layover. And I made it a couple of minutes early to Salt Lake, and that's where I met up with Sammy first, and then we waited and we got Laurel. So Sammy J Stitches, and Laurel Ann on Flosstube. And then my friend, who I call J-Long, she lives in Salt Lake, outside of Salt Lake. She came and got us with her and her absolutely adorable mother. I want to adopt her mama. She's adorable. We had to wait a little bit for her, but that was fine because they had also changed my ticket on the way back. So I was able to go up and get that all straightened out and get a straight through instead of a 2-hour layover in Atlanta on my way home at 5 o'clock in the morning. Got that all straightened out to a straight through from Salt Lake to Fort Lauderdale ahead of time. That way it was seamless on the way home. Okay, so by the time I got on the plane and I had all that aggravation, and it was supposed to be a 2-hour flight up to Atlanta, and it wasn't. It was only like an hour and a half, and I was tired. And then, because I had been up all night, I left the house at like 1:30 in the morning. And then I got on the second flight. I thought maybe I'd stitch. Yeah, no, I was so tired. That's when I actually got some sleep, was on that flight. I might have slept about an hour or two. Maybe. If that. So, needless to say, that didn't get started. Then I had planned on starting Guardians of Notre Dame while I was there. That didn't happen. Minimal stitching happened at the actual retreat because there's so many things to do and so many people to say hi to, so many laughs, so many this, so many that, so much of this and that, and so much tired and so much laughing and more laughing. And there's a broken toilet involved, which I will tell you that story later. So, when I got back, I had to throw in 200 stitches on something the other night for the Stitching Dead. Crystal Academy, I'm no longer in. That semester ended, so I was done. Left that group. I think they're folding the group anyway, but I was just done with that, and that's fine. Anyway, so I just have the Stitching Dead right now. I also have magical stitches, but I have to do too much math, and I haven't been adding stitches to that. So I said, well, I meant to start this, and that's what I did. I started this. I'm using the called for DMC, and I started with the house first. I did make a mistake because this little group of stitches should be one line further down. It's fine. It's not going to do anything to hurt the pattern. I'm good. So that was that. That was the start on that. And as you know, I am going to be putting stuff away. Now, most of the rest of this stitching was done. I'm missing one. Y'all. Oh, it's right here. Okay. Most of the rest of this stitching was done before Stitch West. Absolutely. So my next one is Native American Angel. I will put a picture in here. This is one that I am doing on a piece of fabric. I think it's called Navajo Treasure from Fortnite Fabrics in 28 count. I had started it on Indigenous Peoples Day last year. I stitched on it again for Indigenous Peoples Day this year. And I filled in this stuff over here and some here, and I messed up because I put blue. It is not blue. It is another white. So I need to go back and pick out the blue, but I wanted to get my stitches counted, and I just left it and figured I'll get back to it and change that out later. The symbols were very similar. Still loving her. I'm at a tedious part where it changes around, so there's not a lot of big block of stitching. It's fine. I didn't think I was going to get done real quick anyway. It's a pretty sizable piece. So I put her back in her bag. Another one I worked on for another 200 stitches, I think, was 12 Days of Christmas by Plum Street Sampler. Again, this is a free chart. If you go to her blog, and on the right hand side there's a list of links. At the bottom it says something like Sunday Mystery Sale. It's like the second from the bottom on that list. Click on that. That's where you're able to get all 12 of them to download at once. And this is how far I've gotten. And I worked on this block. I am stitching this on 40 count Oaken, 1/1, and I'm using some Victoria Motto threads. It only takes 4 colors. I guess this needle minder is available on my group. Still, I have that's it. I told you it's going to be a hot mess. There's so many things going on in my head. I am trying to keep on track. One thing I did work on at Stitch West was Poppy. that's this. This is the Nora Corbett / Mirabilia. I started this for my birthday in November. And, guys, I'm almost done. She is almost done. At least the full stitches. And then there's just some back stitch and beading, which doesn't take too long. So, I worked on her at Stitch West a little bit. And then I even worked on her last night. And this is how far I've gotten. She is being stitched on 32 count Elixir from XJU Design. And basically, I've filled in all this and a few stitches up here. And these are all beads in here that need to be done. There's a couple spaces for beads. These are stitches that I just need to do when I pull out that color again. The reason why I'm going on the outside is because I'm off by a stitch somewhere in here and I'm not pulling it all out. So I figured let me go do the outside edges of the dress and then move in and fudge the stitch that it's off, because you'll never be able to tell. So that's how far I've gotten on her. She is available in my group also. What's next? But wait, there's more. So I want to stitch on this more. I think I'm going to stitch on some more of this tonight. As a matter of fact, I know I am. And see about getting finished, right? Now, I think I mentioned it in my last video that I wasn't sure what I wanted to stitch. And with Stitching Dead, it's a free stitch. They don't really give you any idea of what to stitch on, so I can stitch on whatever I want. So I went and put on my whips on a wheel. And I want to spin the wheel, and then whatever comes up, I want to put 500 stitches in. I thought about 1,000, but I feel like for some of the whips I have, I still want to stitch them, but they're a little daunting to think about 1,000 stitches. This next one is one of them. So 500 is a fair shot. I'm not giving myself any amount of days to do it. I just want to do 500 stitches before I put it away and spin the wheel again. So that is this one. It's the Petites Peacock and Unicorn, and it's called Peacock Majesty from Teresa Wentzler. This is the one I'm working on. It's not very large, but there are 34, 35 blends. And 10 billion quarter stitches. This is where I've gotten with that one so far. I don't know how much further I got from the last time I showed it. If I got any further, who knows. But I figured I'd show it was in the basket to be shown. And I've been working to just get this top tree done here, which is this. Just trying to get that top tree done. Once I get all the full stitches and quarter stitches done, I'm going to want to do the back stitching on that to move on, because there is tons of back stitching and there's no way I want to move back and forth with that. This is being stitched on a piece of Fabric Flare fabric. I think it's just called Blue, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to see if I have it written down somewhere. I should have written it down somewhere, right? You'd think. Yeah, Blue. 32 count Blue Fabric Flare. That's all it's called. So I was correct. Again, this is the one that I make the blends. So if I have to make a blend, I cut it to 19 inches and I take each strand, I separate them, and then I match all 6 pairs, and then I put it on this because I numbered all of my blends, and so each blend has a square. Now there's more squares than blends on this, but I just filled it in, and this isn't even a blend, I don't think. I think that was just preloading the needle for something else, for another color, I think. I don't remember. So there's that. I'd have to look at it, and I don't have time like that. I got so much to show. Like I said, this is going to be a long one, guys. Alright, so there's those 2. My next one I had to do for the last assignment on Crystal Academy. It is called Wish Upon a Star. It's from Connie G Designs on Etsy. I know she took down her stuff from Etsy, and I'm not sure she put them back up. I did not check before I got in here. I am stitching this on a piece of Vincomo, Vintage Country Mocha 28 count, and I messed up a little bit, but it's fine. Basically, I put the colors out of order, and I'm just going to fudge it and work with it. I don't have too much more to do on it before it's finished. I have, I think the very end here, I have some more border to do. I have the rest of the border to do over here and the rest of the wording. And then I think I'm done, and I want to make that into a drum. Oh, and I have another 2 stars here. So there's that. Yeah. Wait. I have 1 star here and 1 star there. What's my name? Where am I at? It is what it is. It's not too far off. It won't take too much longer to stitch. So this might be a quick finish when I'm in the mood for one. And it hasn't been spun yet. I don't think it was. Was it? I'd have to look at another list that I'm not going to do right now. The bookshelf. I think this one was spun. And that is Little House Needleworks. I am stitching this one on, I don't know, 32 count lamb's wool Joblin. That's what it is. I feel like I haven't done anything since the last time I showed this, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember what I did. I thought I showed this like this before. If I did anything, it was up in the wording. I'm almost positive. But I feel like I'm just showing this over again from the last time. 2 weeks is so long, so far away. I think this is definitely one I spun though. And this is another one I know I spun. This is New York City Twin Towers scene from Stitching Jules Design. This is being stitched on a piece of Mirage, and I do believe it is there's a tag here, 32 count 32 count Mirage, using the called for DMC. I'm using the hashtag remember 9/11 sale. And this is how far I've gotten. I think it's looking pretty good. I know there's well over 1,000 stitches in it so far. And that's all water and starting to build up into that first building there. This needle minder is still available in my group if you're interested. And what's next? Trying to go a little fast so it doesn't take too long. Alright, one thing that I started stitching on before I left, and then I was like, oh, I think I'm going to take this, and I know I did a little bit, minute bit of stitching on it while at StitchCon, is the 2020 Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. As you can tell, this is only printed out to March, yet I'm pretty sure I haven't even finished January yet. It's fine. I know I haven't finished January yet. This I am stitching using... got a pair of glasses and readers in here and everything. Okay, so I'm using PR 152. Yes, it's a blue from Silks For You. I'm using 1 thread. That's so soft, guys. And it's got this purple and blue. I'm using 36 count linen from Vicky Clayton Silks, hand-dyed fibers. And she doesn't sell it anymore. And this minder I used to have in my shop. Nobody bought it, so I took it. So now it's mine. What I did was I ended up having to pick a lot of this stuff out, so I just started a lot of fill-in here to start to try to get more of this motif done. A lot of little stitches. But I really like the way it looks. I like this color on this fabric. I'm enjoying it. Now that I didn't have to frog, I stopped stitching on it for the longest time because I had to frog it, and I got mad. But now that it's fixed, I'm okay now. It's okay. Everything's fine, right? What else? That's all the stitching. Now I am going to... Where's that at? Okay. Put that away. When I got back from Stitch West, I had a package. It was from Sebastian, who is Bees and Teas. I think it's just Bees and Teas. I'll link it below. Sebastian sent me some fabric to make a couple of project bags with this Marvel fabric. I just have to figure out the inside fabric for it. And that'll happen when I start doing bags again. But also decided to send me a very generous gift. In this gift, I received a cute note and this little baggie. And I took everything out and just sort of consolidated it. So it may have been in this baggie. It may not have when I received it. She sent me this. Centimeters and inches 4-inch roller from Sassy Jack Stitchery. Also, there's this little bag with stars, and there is a threader with a New York charm on it. This great little Sips By sample, which then prompted me to go sign up for it, because I know I love coffee, but there's times I really like tea. Earl Grey is one of my favorites. It was also one of my mom's favorites. This is a reusable, take the sticker off. This is a reusable tea bag. These are disposable tea bags, and it's for loose teas. You just put your little loose tea in there, cinch it up, and you have yourself a tea bag. So I went on the site and I signed up for a month. I think for a month it's $16. You can sign up for multiple months and save a couple of dollars. But I think I'll try it first and see what I like. I'm trying to keep all this stuff together. So there's that. Alright. Ta-da. Then I was also sent this Ort Catcher board. Looks like she got it from StitchCon. It's got felt and a little binding going around, and I've got threads on it. And it's on poster board, foam board, with that on the back. That's very cute. I received some patterns. This one is Coffee Time by Lizzie Kate. Espresso Yourself from Tiny Modernist. Ghoul Tidings to You from Plum Street. Two Familiars from Cricket Collection. I really like this one. This is the kit. I don't know. I didn't open it. Shall we? It's got the frame and the chart. And a gauze bag. Okay, so it's the frame and the chart. And as far as... everybody knows I got fabric, so... It is horrific. It's a whimsy. So I got that. Putting it back together. Birds of a Feather, Remember Me. Dark Shadows from Sue Hillis Designs. I am so drawn to that and that and that the most. I mean, I like all of them, but the little candelabras and chandelier are really cool. Something Wicked 2, T-O-O, Banner and Biscornu from Sue Hillis. Love that. With the DMC that goes with it. And then also was sent Scary Berry. And there was another one. Was there another one? No, I think that was it. But I have this one. So my friend Laurel does not have it. And I'm going to send it off to Laurel. Thank you so much, Sebastian, for that great package. I've already thanked by message. And I'll get to the bags soon. I just have to decompress before I start pulling all that out again. All right. Now, I had posted on Instagram and on my group what's in these 2 bags. And it was a Story Night bag and a tote bag that I made. So, let's go with the kindness. Part of the kindness was me. I made my little group of gals these tote bags. It's a felt, and then this is flat. Everybody had their own name except for Carrie and Becky, which Carrie is Sarah's mom, and Becky is Jaylong's mom. They just had mom. So I made these bags for them. While there, Cricklewood, I think her name is Jennifer. Bear with me, I am horrible with names. Went around and let us choose either, I think there was a bunch of these, which are like zipper pulls or scissor fobbies. And somebody else went around, and it might have been Brenda, Handwork Maniac, went around and was giving away 2021 charms. So I put that on this, and I put this on my tote. Next. That. Okay. This was my little package from Sarah. She gave us some hand sand and a little friendship bracelet. Mine's Jasper. Some vitamin C, Energen C, emergency. What is wrong with me, guys? I can't even talk or read. A hair tie, and it's Fig and Fall. What else? These are some things I bought. I'll hold those off. Oh, Sarah also gave me this clam up pattern to make these little clam bags. Thank you, Sarah. This goes with something in here. Sammy gave us these little pencil pouches. We did our little exchange amongst ourselves the first night, I think, because we didn't bring enough for everybody. It's like bringing in gum. We didn't bring enough for everybody, so we wanted to do that. Plus, we had stuff for the freebie table, and we wanted first dibs. So it was Laurel and Sammy and Andrea and Jaylong. Carrie and Becky weren't there. They didn't come to the room. Laurel and me and Sarah and Sammy and Andrea. Yeah, those 5. Okay. That's us. That's us. And we met up at our room, me, Sammy, and Laurel room together, and did the exchanges. Sammy gave us these bags. Mine, her daughter, put our names on these cute little books. And she gave us some cool stickers, blingy stickers. And she had her sister make us some needle minders. And scissor fobs, which, again, I had another one of those 2021 charms, so I put it on here. And it's got my initial, the V, and in our favorite colors. And a snag nabbit, because you need those. And a phone holder. I got a panda. And some 310, because it's almost totally black. Inside joke. And some nail polish. Blue. So that was that bag. I'm going to probably put this stuff back. Oh, and she gave us the scissors too, by the way. So that was a great little package too. Thank you, Sammy. Alright. Oh, and this pen. It's a friction pen. I had to figure out how to, because it's on the side, it's not on the top. And I did come up because this is another journal. And what did we say it was, girls? I forget. I forget what I'm going to name this one because I've got my mildly jovial. Oh my goodness, they're right here. I will tell you. I don't know if you've watched me. You know, I have my moderately jovial planner, and this one is my slightly elated planner. And then I'm gonna have to think of a name for this one. And I thought of one there, and it's totally blocked. Totally blocked. And also, these evil queen socks came. Because you always need cool socks. It's a thing. What else is in my bag? Okay. These two I picked up at the freebie table because I wasn't sure if they were going to throw the stuff away or give it away or something. So I figured I'd bring it home to give away. This was a freebie from Little Stitch Girl. Her and her mother and her aunt were all there. And I think her grandmother were there. And this was the exclusive pattern that we were given. I think it's adorable. I think I will probably change it to more a color palette that's me. Gotta have some blues in it, right? Okay, what else? Laurel brought some stuff, and she had some of her bags of the month that wasn't exactly her taste. So I picked up the ones that were my taste. Totally Halloween, of course. So I had that set. Thank you, Laurel. And then between all of us, I don't know what's what. It sort of gets lost between who brought in what to give away. So I'm just going to go through it. Because it could have been on the giveaway table. It could have been something we exchanged. Or it could have been something that people plopped on our seats while we weren't looking. That happened. Alright. Empty out that bag. Okay. So I'm pretty sure these were all some giveaway stuff that we were exchanging. This is Holly Jolly from Country Cottage. And this one is My Needles Work from Little House. It's the roaster. And then I kept on seeing this, and I thought about buying it, and then I didn't, and then I thought about it, and I said maybe not, but since it was free, I took it. Cinnamon Stars. I know some of the girls in virtual have finished this already. I also picked up Book of Spells by the Good Housewife. I picked up this piece of 40 count Lakeside Linen River Willow. I'm going to take it out. Because I was lacking in a few good greens. Not a bright green, more of a dull green like this. Look at that. And the 40 count linen isn't too bad to stitch on, I found out when I started on that piece, the 12 Days of Christmas. This was also, I think Andrea brought this. I swiped that up. It's got all kinds of, stockings. This was a set, Snapperville Main Street, yes please. And it's got all the snaps. Again, I'd never put the snaps on any of that stuff. I don't see the sense in this. I don't know what count this is. It's got the orange stripe. It's a linen. I want to guess it's 36 or 32 count. This, I've done a few of these already. My friend Diane that lives in Pennsylvania, she sent me a few of these, and I've done them. They hang on my tree. This is 1989, which, hello, that's the year I graduated. So I swiped this one up because this one needs to go with the rest of them. It's all got the same color palette too. Let me see what else is here. This was on the table, 36 count. So I think that other one's probably 36 count. 36 count linen. Yes. I think that's like almost a half yard. And then this purple, this pretty purple. It's a, oh my goodness, where's my, one of the pairs of readers that's sitting on my table because there's 3 now. Hang on. One moment, please. This looks like a 36 count also. And it's this great purple. It's a little bit darker than that. Slightly. Alright. This was also freebie table fodder. Spooky sheep. It's got some of the leftover threads. And then what else is here? Okay. So we had someone by the name of, I don't know where Connie join us because she didn't have a table to sit at. And she made us these little, she said, even if you just use it once, I thought it was kind of cute. So it's this little pumpkin with magnets. It was nice meeting Connie. She fit right in. This is Jolie Maffey. She gave us these thread rings. She's on Instagram as Jolie Maffey. I'm going to have to put that aside so I can put her in the description box. When we sat down, all the spaces had these there. These are from Deb and Kef. Some more thread rings, thread drops, and a thread ring with the nautical. I thought that was great. And it came in these little gauze bag. And then they had made for the retreat these Stitch West needle minders. And put it on this card, which is cute. And let me see. What else? Little Stitch Girl. Her mother, her grandmother, and her aunt, they are known as the Basic Bunch. And they left off a little package of candy and a pen. We had so much candy at our table. Trust me, I didn't need those 2 pieces because there was so much more there. I said, I'll save that for later. So they left us these little needle minders. This is the little Stitch Girl needle minder and the Basic Bunch needle minder. And that's their Instagram handles down the bottom there, which I will put over here to add to the description. Now I have another pen and some candy. Yay. I also came back to the table one time and there was an envelope sitting in front of me. And these were left from just Jennifer KY on Instagram. And she's also in virtual. And I've missed her. She needs to come back to virtual with us and hang out. She left all these floss cards. I'm showing you the backs, aren't I? So this design's on some. And it has floss maker number color. This design is on some, and it just says DMC with a line on the back. And then this design is on some, and it says floss maker color number, and then her handle. So I have all these floss cards now, and I'll put that so I could put her handle in the description box below. So what's next? While I was there, I did a little bit of shopping. Laurel came back to the table and gave us all gifts there. She gave us some scissor fobs that she bought from Cricklewood. And I put the 2021 charm on that also. And she knows my favorite color is blue, and I do like owls. And then there's another item that's missing in this mess. Deb, Handworking Maniac, she came over and gave us an option of either a needle minder or a little zipper pull thing. And I chose this one. It's a little blue owl with this wood leaf. I thought that was adorable. And I am going to put that with my fob. I just separated it for this. Put it on the fob. From Laurel. Okay. I did a little bit of shopping. The first time I went over to Gazelle's Needlework. She's on Flosstube as Gazelle's Needlework. And I could put her information below. She is also Wine Country Stitcher. Her name is Jennifer. And I want to say, could have swore she told me she was from Alabama. But this is her card. I will put her information below. She's got a ton of cute clay needle minders. So I bought two the first time. I got this one, which reminds me of a little latte. A little Christmas latte. Well, no, a pumpkin latte. I guess it is. It is. It's a pumpkin. It's not a berry. And then I saw this and I was like, yes, please. Because a witch and her monkey. Yes, my flying monkey. That's me right there. Then I was walking around some more. And, oh, I kill me. So I was walking around some more and I saw this one and I had to go back and buy this one, Ralphie. I said, oh, because his butt's hanging out. Ralphie. I love Christmas Story. And this I had to buy also. Oh, she also gave me some stickers that she made. And put them in these bags, except for the third one. She asked me if I want a bag. I was like, no, you gave me two already. It's fine. It's fine. So now I gotta peel these apart. Okay. And put these in these bags for now. Till I find a project I want to put them on. Alright. So yes, please on the coffee, right? And the stickers. I also found a Boulder Valley Stitching. She designed this. Her name is Nikki. And so I bought this one. I thought this would be cute for some... I have these tart pans too. So I bought that. And what else did I get? I got more. But I want to take a break for a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and insert a video, a couple of video clips of the brag table and the tables that had things for sale. I went and did that like the second day, so some of the stuff was missing. Obviously it was sold out and stuff, but I at least wanted to show you that, and I'll put that in here.
Just cross the edge.
I just can't lose on
I know.
Okay, so while you guys did that, I went and had pizza. For real. I stopped the video, went and had some pizza, and then came back, so. What's next? J-Long gave me a bag. Right? In that bag was this bag that I showed on my Instagram because I had filled everything up in here. She gave me this because her and I are both doing Story Night, the Reolist kit. And she saw this and thought it was perfect. It's got a zipper. I love it. She also gave me this 28 count even weave candy corn. It's a 9x13. It's a fabric flare. She gave me some 28 count linen blue snow gold. Oh, it's got the gold fleck in it. I just realized that's a 9x13.5. It's got some gold shimmer in it. She also gave me this 32 count linen. It's a gray, and I'm pretty sure it's a fabric flare. And she was supposed to send me a package forever, and she said there's still stuff. I mean, it's been like a year I've been waiting for her to send me a package. She found some of it, and this is some of the stuff. So she got me these Betty Boop playing cards. Coffee before worky, obviously. 2 pairs of socks. Some patriotic socks. So this is showing how long it's been. And she's had them since last Christmas. So I've got 2 pairs of Christmas socks. Hey, J-Long, ask your mom what this is. There's an inside joke behind that. I don't want to say it on here because it was a Freudian slip. And then some... Move the tag out of the way. How about that? Look at how cute those are. Some Halloween socks. And then she gave me this to make a scissor fob out of. I forget where she said she got that from. So I can string that together. And then these cool pendants that I can use for scissor fobs or zipper pulls. Thank you, J-Long. I love my stuff. Alright. Put these in there. So what else? Because I'm on the black canvas bag. When we went shopping, this is shopping, these are all shopping items. We got these canvas bags. When we purchased stuff from Stitchery Express, she put our stuff in these canvas bags. I since went around and gathered most of the canvas bags from my girls because we're going to come up with something that I can do an iron on with my Cricut on there as a memory, and then I'll send them back to them. The first store we went to Shepherd's Bush, and that was on Thursday. We went straight from the airport over to Shepherd's Bush. I'm pretty sure. That's the way it went. Anyway, and I didn't have a lot on my shopping list, so to speak. I knew there was a couple things that I did want to buy. So one of the things I bought from Shepherd's Bush was October 31st from Cottage Garden. And then I wanted to make sure to get a Shepherd's Bush something from the store. And I ended up getting a Winter's Tale. And it's the kit. So they put it in their bag. This cute bag. And they also gave us a needle on this piece of felt, which I thought was cute. So I'll put their information down the bottom. Then, Friday, we went we went to Stitchery Express for the first time, and then we went again on Saturday. Okay, so I don't know what day I got what, but I've been looking for some Christmas scissors. Take that tag off. And I got these cute candy canes. They had some at Shepherd's Bush, but it was nothing that I wanted. So I got these ones. And then I also bought these ones. These ones are going to go in my 9/11 bag. And I bought these. Let me take that tag off. I think those are cute. I want to do a giveaway, and I'm going to give away this pair of scissors and a couple of charts at the end and announce the winner of the cabin kit, by the way. So stay tuned for that. Now, I also bought a couple of other charts from Stitchery Express. The place is huge and it's packed. And if you look at some of the other people that went, they did videos in there. You can see how packed it is. I bought some threads that I knew that I was going to need. I got coal and onyx, some harvest moon, terracotta, and a different onyx. I think I bought the onyx just to have in the Weeks Dye Works. This onyx I actually need for one of the charts that I got. So I just bought those. And this fabric has nothing planned for it. It's just gorgeous. Snowy Blizzard portrait orientation. That's Fabric Flare. And I bought it in a 32 count linen. I also bought a tacky mat, which I have a boxer. I know I have a boxer somewhere around here. I have to look for it from Lizzie Kate. And I think I'm going to take that out of there and put this mat in there to make my own little tacky bob. I have a tacky bob, or I did, and I don't know where it is. So I thought that would be cute. I also bought this. It's called Haunted House and Moon. It's in a 32 count even weave. It's a fat quarter. Let's see if that helps. You can see it a little bit better. There you go. I have no idea what I want to put in it, but it's when I figure it out. How about that? I got the Pledge of Allegiance fabric. I have no idea what I want to put on that yet. I don't have Lady of the Flag. I probably won't stitch her anyway, but this can be good for some other patriotic stuff that I know I'll stitch in the future. And then I bought a big old piece. This is a fat half of gray classic snowflakes, because I love this fabric for Christmas stuff, so I don't have to stitch the snowflakes. I know that Karen and Cindy are good friends, so I waited until I got there to buy this one from Fox and Rabbit. Karen and Bren are a married couple in Australia, and they do designing and now fabric. Cindy did not have their fabric in because there's been a big holdup between shipping and whatnot because of the pandemic, so that's fine. I was able to get this chart, though, that I wanted. She has one that's got 4 of them. I like this one. I also bought, this is what the threads are for, The Moon is Full from Erica Michaels. I bought Wicked Stitcher Society, and some of the threads are for this also, by the way. This is from Silver Creek Samplers. I have a piece of Afghan material that my friend Vicky from Reading and Stitching had sent me. She was purging, and I picked up a couple of the Afghan she was giving away, and I had been looking for something I wanted to put on there. I was looking at some of the Stony Creek stuff, and then when I was at Cindy's, she's got a bunch of Cross My Heart charts. So if you're ever looking for one, just message her and ask, because she probably has it. She's got a ton of them. She did a buyout. And I saw this, and I thought this would be great for the Afghan. These butterflies are gorgeous. And I was also able to get this from Cindy, pins and needles from Prairie Schooler. It's the paper. And those are so cute. And then I also, Sammy J was shopping and she got a fat quarter of this. And I think it's called Fairy Mist. And I'm not even sure if it's 28 or 32 count. But she was having it cut and I said, give me the other half. So that's my purchases. Now, some other tomfoolery that was going on. I know you guys, a lot of you had watched my little 3-minute video. I wish we had outtakes because originally it was sitting with me in the front and Laurel and Sarah and Sammy was up front in the chair. And what a bad angle for me. I am not a small woman. And the angle of the camera made it even worse. And the way I was sitting made it even worse. And all I saw, I had a black shirt on. It looked like a melting black ice cream cone. And it was like just roll and roll and roll and all. I raised up my hands and I was like, bring me solo. So after we composed ourselves, because I'm pretty sure that, let's just say Sarah might have had an accident. She didn't. But she did laugh pretty hard. Good thing I brought those Depends, because I put one of those Depends pads in everybody's tote bag when I gave them to them. Because we knew we were going to do a lot of laughing, which I almost did a couple of times throughout the weekend. Another thing, when I told you there was a broken toilet. So, what had happened was, when you go down to the bathroom at the Salt Plaza, you have to go down the escalators and go around. And as you're going in, there's this big sign that keeps on saying about washy toilets, the washy toilets. And I realized it was, the one side was regular stalls. Mind you, they were very narrow, by the way. It was almost claustrophobic. But on the other side, there was also stalls, but they were the washy toilets. And I said, I'm going to use a washy toilet this time. So I go into the stall and I close it. And then I had to read the instructions on how to use this washy toilet. By the way, that is the first time in my life I ever had to read instructions to figure out how to use a toilet in my life. Ever. So basically what it's telling you to do is to get some toilet paper. And then you take your hand and you swipe it to the side back of the toilet seat. When you do that, a little bit of cleaning foam comes out of the back of the toilet seat onto the toilet seat. Then you take the toilet paper and you wipe the bowl. So I get the toilet paper and I wave my hand. Well, in the meantime, it is also a motion-censored toilet. So it flushed. No big deal. It's happened with those motion sensor automatic toilets before. You go in and it flushes on you. Okay. So then I turn around to sit down and it flushes again. Whatever, because I moved. So I finally went to the bathroom. I just peed, I swear. And I got the toilet paper and I go to wipe and I'm like, you know what? For some reason, the water feels really close. You ever get that sensation that something is a little too close for comfort? That was me. So I stood up and I wiped myself and I turned around to throw the toilet paper in, threw it in, the toilet flushed again and it continued to overflow all over the floor. I had to get somebody, I told somebody that was out there, one of the cleaning people that happened to be out there, that the toilet was overflowing. Well, Kim Butler, she joined us at our table. She had gone into the bathroom while I was leaving and I told her I broke the toilet. We laughed. She went in. She comes back up later. She's like, Vic, they had to get an engineer. She said all I heard them say was, we're going to need a wet vac. So yes, I broke the toilet. And of course, later on in the day, I think that was the last day we were there, I told them I was going to go down and go for washy toilet number 2 and see what happened. I did not, but I did threaten to. So there's that. All in all, we had a wonderful time. It was a lot. I was sore all weekend long. My back, my legs, my feet hurt. There was a lot of standing, especially when you're shopping and walking around, and then walking to go get lunch and walking back. I mean, we could have got DoorDash, but we wanted to experience a couple of different things, right? So there was a lot of that. There was a lot of talking, a lot of giggling, a lot of guffawing and hysterical laughing. We met a lot of great people. Some of the people that I had been talking to on Virtual Stitchers, I never met in person. Actually, any of them we never met in person. So it was the first time for Sammy and Sarah and Laurel and Lydia. We had all spoken before on Virtual Stitchers and never got to meet in person. We finally did. Ymir, she was there. So I got to talk to her in person because she hadn't been on Virtual Stitchers for a while. Athena, I met Athena. She joined Virtual Stitchers. I think she had been back in the day and she joined up again while we were at the retreat. Jennifer, just Jennifer KY, she was there. It was great meeting her. We had talked several times in Virtual Stitchers, so it was great to meet her also. I got to meet the little Stitch girl, Jordan. She's a hoot and a holler. Her family's very nice. Her mom and her aunt and grandmother are very nice. And, of course, Deb and Kev were there. They were very nice. They put on a great show for us and made sure that we even had some snacks. There were a lot of snacks and candy and things passed around. And as you saw in the videos, there was a great brag table. And there were people, I don't remember everybody that was selling, but I know that Cricklewood was there. And I know that, look, it's already gone out of my head. Here she is. Gazelle Needlework I had bought from her. So they also had a masseuse that you could schedule. It was never in a time that I was going to be there, so I didn't get a shoulder massage, but that's fine. I'm trying to think. The first day I got there, I was so worried about it being cold, and I had to buy pants and everything, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. The first day was cold. We got there when we landed. It was snowing. It was a wintry mix. It was snowing and raining at the same time. And the mountains looked gorgeous. There was snow on the tops of some of the mountains, and it was cold. And that night it was cold. But the rest of the weekend was absolutely gorgeous. I never wore my winter coat. I just wore the hoodie that I brought along and pants and socks and shoes and bra and underwear. I mean, okay. So, it wasn't so bad. I didn't need a sweater. The shirts that I brought were just fine. And, it was just a really good time. Jay Long and Andrea were our Uber drivers, and we thanked them so much. It was great, even though Andrea gave me a stroke on the way to Stitchery Express and then a small TIA, so I got out of the car dragging my left side. But it's okay. I've recovered since then. And I still get in the car with her. I just make sure I put on my seatbelt, even in the back seat, just saying. I'm trying to think if there's any highlights that I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing a lot. There were some of you that have watched me that came up and said hi, and I thank you because, like I said before, I don't see you through this. I see my laptop or my iPad in front of me. So it was great that you introduced yourself. I'd love meeting everybody. Erica came, I do remember Erica came over and sat with us for a while, and Kevin missed out. Her husband, Kevin, missed out. He should have came. He didn't want to be the only guy. Well, there was one guy, and he was the only guy. So at least if Kevin came along, there would have been two guys, and he would have laughed just as much as we did. So he definitely missed out. I did sell a lot of my bags there. I donated some stuff to the American Legion. The charity thing that they were putting together. So I donated some stuff and people bought tickets and then put their tickets in the containers to have a drawing to win the stuff. That's a great cause. It goes to the veterans and those in need. So that was wonderful. I feel like I felt like doing this video yesterday or even Monday night, but I was too exhausted. And I figured I'd keep it for my regular day, but there was so much that happened, and I know I'm forgetting so much. One thing that was really cool was outside the plaza, and just all along the sidewalks all over the place, there were random scooters that you can rent. I didn't do it because you obviously did not read about me in the paper, running into a bus or something. But they have these great electric scooters that you scan your card on to rent them, and you can go all over the place without having to actually get into a car or find some place to park. Because then when you're done, you just leave it there on the sidewalk, and it's there. They have trucks to come around to get them to recharge them and stuff like that. So you didn't have to worry about dropping off in a special place. So I thought that was great. And I think more cities need to do that, especially with parking costs and lack of parking. That would be a wonderful thing. We went to dinner with Sarah's family, Sarah's entire family, mom, dad, husband, kids. And I think it was me and Sammy and Kim and Andrea and Laurel and Sarah's brother and father and mother, and I'm like going down the table, and her husband and her daughter and one of her stepkids. Her stepson was there, and it was at the spaghetti factory. I had never been there, and it was absolutely delicious. I ate the whole thing. It was so good, and that's when I found out that I am a role model. I became a role model. Okay, so for those that don't know, in Virtual Stitchers, I've always said I'm not a role model, so I had typed my name, Vicky, not a role model, but I spelled it ROLL. Okay, and I signed in and I looked, I'm like, oh, that's spelled wrong, so I went and changed it. But ever since then, I say I'm not a role model or a role model. But now I am a role model, and I'll have pictures at the end to prove it. So there's that. I'm going to put a bunch of pictures at the back end of this, just so I didn't have to put them in between with all the editing. And that's about what I have right now. So for the giveaways, let me write this down. Okay, first of all, I did the random comment picker drawing, and for this kit, I told you it's a hot mess here. This is the kit that came with Ada and cotton thread and needles, and I did the random comment picker, and it picked Karen McCool. Karen is in the UK, and Karen, we will get together on sending this to you. I need to, if anybody had a post-it note, it should be me, right? So I'll write her name down. Now, I have a few things I want to do for a giveaway. Let's go with these scissors. So, if you want to be in, oh my goodness, I lost words. I guess the food's got me going into a carb coma, maybe? I'm not even tired. Okay, so if you want to go into the drawing for these scissors, in the comments section, go ahead and mention scissors. And make sure you spell it right, because I'm going to do a word search. So scissors. I also have, I took this from the freebie table. It looks like it's all there. It's from 1884 Stitchery, it says on the back. Mary Hogue stitched this sampler in 1830. She was 13 years old. This is the sampler. And it's a Works by ABC, an 1884 Stitchery collaboration. So if you are interested in this sampler, go ahead and comment sampler. Next, this is a Sisters and Best Friends chart. It's very cute. Merry and Bright Santa, it's called. And it says, be merry and bright or else. So if you would like, oh, and it's got Nanny's peanut brittle recipe on the back. Bonus. So if you are interested in winning Merry and Bright, go ahead and we'll keep it in the S's. We'll say Santa. So if you mention Santa in your comment, you'll be in the running for that one. And just to keep in the merriment of the retreat weekend, a lot of us exchanged socks. So I have a pair of socks that actually match my glasses. And it's 2 pairs of socks. If you would like to win this pair of socks, these 2 pairs of socks, get your popcorn on, go ahead and comment socks. Now, here are the rules. You are going to comment with those keywords, either scissors, sampler, Santa, socks, right? You could say all 4, but you're only going to win 1. Make it fair. Be a subscriber. Be over 18. Know that I am going to ask for your address and going to need it to send. I will do the drawing in my next video, which should be in 2 weeks. And I'll give 2 weeks time. So I'll do the drawing in 2 weeks. If by the end of the 2 weeks I have people that have not claimed or given me their address, or I don't know their address by chance, I will draw the following week because I don't want to hang on to the stuff forever. So, scissors, sampler, Santa, socks. Those are the key words. I hope I have touched on absolutely everything. This is going to be a long one. I warned you guys before. It was a great time. We are talking about joining up. A bunch of us are talking about joining up in another one. We'll figure it out later. Right now, we have to recover from this one, and I have a lot of crap to put away and charts to put in my cross-stitch app, and I have to pull out fabric for more bags, and I'm actually thinking about, I don't know if I want to do a whole set of bags this time or make work bags this time. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I'll decide later. That's all I got. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I can guarantee it wasn't as great as mine, but, you know, that happens. So, thank you for joining me, and don't forget, don't let anyone steal your sunshine.